Welcome to this Killik Explains finance video. In this video, how self-invested personal pensions, also known as SIPPs, actually work. Now, the challenge you face as somebody wanting to achieve what I call financial freedom or retirement is you've got a working career over which the challenge is to build the biggest pot you possibly can in the hope that when you stop work, you can basically pay for everything you want in retirement. Now, you might be thinking, I can rely on the state. But actually be careful, the state pension isn't that high, the retirement age keeps moving backwards, and the rules could change at any time. You might be thinking, I'll rely on a defined benefit final salary scheme from my employer. Well, good luck finding those these days as companies whittle them away. No, most of us have to do what's called the money purchase route, and that is where self-invested personal pensions fit in, because you're looking to save and invest to that date so that you can withdraw funds once you retire. So how could a SIPP help? Well, in a nutshell, what's the basic deal? Here's the idea. You and/or an employer can put money in at one end, typically on a monthly basis. That goes into a product, a self-invested personal pension. In there, you can have a vast range of securities, shares, bonds, and so on. And the aim is to build up a sum that you can then retire with. More detail about that in just a moment. In the meantime, as you're working, as you and your employer are paying in, those contributions attract tax relief. A word about that coming up in just a moment. Hopefully you'll get some growth. It's not guaranteed, but hopefully you'll get some growth because you're buying investments. There'll be some charges to pay along the way, and that will build your total retirement pot. Now, a word about the tax relief. A little bit of extra help from the government along the way. That makes these things quite attractive. So the way that works is, on the way in, every 80p you pay in as a basic taxpayer becomes £1, because the government automatically top it up at the moment by 20p, and that's done for you. So there's a little bit of help. On top of that, anything within this tax wrapper, the SIPP, grows tax-free. So there shouldn't be any income tax or capital gains tax being levied on the investment portfolio as it grows. And then as a bonus, out the other end, a certain amount of the pot you've built can be taken out tax-free. Now, how effective could this thing be in terms of building up that pot you need? Well, let's take a look. Now, none of these numbers are guaranteed, it's just an illustration. Let's say you've got 40 years to aim at building that pot. There it is in the middle there. You're going to go for £250 per month, so that's a decent contribution. All right, over 40 years, and we're going to assume 3 different growth rates. These come from the regulator, the FCA. A sort of conservative growth rate, a kind of middling growth rate, and a more aggressive growth rate. Now, none of these are guaranteed. You don't know which one you're going to get, but this is illustrative. And you can see the effect here. The amount you've actually paid in to the SIPP, paid into the wrapper, is the pink, if you like, and it's level in all 3 cases. The more exciting green bar is that plus any growth on top over the life of the plan. So you can see that at just 2%, you could build up to 220,000 in the pot. At 5%, getting on for £500,000, and at 8%, were you to get that, pretty racy, but you never know, the best part of £1 million. All right, so you can see how powerful the effect of growing money over a long period of time can be with that help from the government on top. Now, when you stop work, what are the choices? So you get to your planned retirement date, there's more flexibility than there used to be, so here's a summary of it. First of all, you can take out up to 1/4 of the amount you've saved tax-free. So that's pretty neat. So tax breaks on the way in, a little bit of a tax break on the way out. The rest is taxed at your marginal income tax rate. There's quite a lot of flexibility here. You could invest in what's called an annuity, a product that pays an income stream, but annuity rates are not fabulous at the moment. Or you can leave the pot invested and draw off income in retirement. So quite a lot of flexibility about how you take that pot when you choose to retire. So there you have it in a nutshell, a summary of SIPPs. Any questions, editor@killik.com, and to watch other pension-related videos, please stay in our comprehensive library at killikexplains.com.